transaction, measuring the transaction, recording, and then reporting, right, to different users surrounding that. Governments, there will be a IRS, there will be SEC, all right, so there will be reports that they have to file, tax returns they have to file, all right, and to the lending institution, stockholders' annual report, right, lending institution, whenever they want to borrow money, they have to provide some kind of reports to be able to satisfy the requirements for the loan they are getting. Right? So customers may want to know the account balance. Right? So you have to generate monthly statements and send it to the customers, and or verify with the vendor how much you owe. Right? So all relates to the accounting functions that we perform. And the requirements, qualification for the private accounting, right? Associate degree can satisfy the minimum basic entry-level work. But however, if you want to take a more advanced work, you need to have a bachelor and you need to have a master's degree in accounting. And of course, that if you have a certification, that will be excellent. That you're going to get extra wages, salaries from that. So we have a CPA, CMA, CIA, CISA. All right. So if you don't know the initials, check out online, and you can get to know that. And also, each one of them have a different requirements as to how you can attain these certifications. And they will be looking for accounting technical skills, because you have to do that right away, right? Compared to the public may not care that much, right? Because they usually go to the Ivy League school, excellent school. Usually that student have a high GPA, so they know that usually they have a high learning skills. Right? So those big four companies, they have their own schools. They will send their employees for trainings. Right? So they have workshops for their own employees. So that way they can improve their technical skills. So for the private, they have to make sure that you have that to begin with. All right? And because they may not have the resources to train you. All right? So they want you to have that. All right? And also you need to have oral, written skills and people skills too. All right? So as I told some of you that you really need to work on your people skills, communication skills, before you can find your first job. We'll try to get a better job, right? Because you need to know how to package yourself. All right? And so here is the salary information about the private accounting. All right? So small firms, medium firms, large firms, it depends on what you do. All right? So if you're just performing general functions, taxation, and cost, right, that will be the range of the salaries that you will be getting. For the auditors, we have an internal auditor, IT auditors, all right, and different salary. And if you will be an analyst doing the financial analysis or doing the budgeting stuff, treasury stuff, different sets of salaries for you. And of course, that the officers, they will have a different salary range as well, right? But it's a different kinds of politics in private company, right? So whether you can make to the officers or not, your people skills comes handy that way, right? And so now it's the governmental accounting, right? And I forgot to mention about, well, probably the later slides will mention about that. About one-third of the graduates from the accounting program, they will go to the public accounting, all right? And it used to be just a quarter, 25% of it. And now it's like 33% of you are going to the public accounting firm. And a majority of you are going to the private, right? And the governmental doesn't have that much need because they have a limitation, all right? They have because of, we don't want a big government, right? And also the agencies, number of agencies are limited, right? So the number of jobs, usually that people got a job, they hold on the job forever, right? So the turnover is not quick now, right? However, in the private section, private accounting, right, new firms, started, old firm died, right? So you can see the circulation of the workforce, right? So you get a chance to do that, right? And so here you see that the function that they will perform, right, in government, unlike private, unlike public accounting firms, they go by the budget, right? So if you have a chance to take the governmental accounting, you can see that they have a totally different accounting system. They go by the fund accounting, right? So there will be appropriation, right? And then you go by the appropriation. Okay. And auditing, they do that too. They audit our tax returns, do the revenue audit. Okay. So this is the requirement, qualification, right? Bachelor, master, and that will be the certification. And they also looking for accounting technical skills, of course, oral, written, people skills again. You can see that anywhere you go, these are the minimum, right? And the next would be the salary, right? So it's not impressive, right? Because as I say that, it's not that competitive, right? So that's why. However, that if you go to different side of the world, if you go to China or Taiwan, they pay more compared to the private because they want to attract the best, right? So we have a different mentality in that area. And this, the last choice, academic. So academic, that that we perform teaching, research and service, right? And we serve different people, university students, community, and also our profession, right? And this will be the qualification. Master or PhD would be better. And the certification, if you have, if you don't, that will be fine. I don't have any. I just have a PhD, right? And of course, you need the oral, written, and people skills, right? And you can see that a lot of faculties, they do have excellent skills. And this would be the salary range. I prepared this for our provost, so he can note it, how much others pay. I intentionally include this. And so you can see that they work about 9 months, 10 months a year. Right? And this would be their annual salary. Right? And you know that now, every year, we have a 500 accounting faculty retire every year. And in the PhD program we have in this country, we only generate 140 to 150 PhDs. So there's a huge gap, 300